All right, Blackthorn.
You going after the Stardust then, are you?
I guess so.
Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supply. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Quick as you like. So Gav gets to come with me. Make your way to the river south of Velcroy. Oh my god. I can't believe that shit with the innkeeper. It was so raw and like so unexpected. Yeah, he killed my whole family. So I killed his whole family and everyone he loved. Jesus. It's this way, right? Yeah. Look at that river.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
See, I know Gav can fight, which is why I invited him.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never.
How'd you get here so
I've
fast?
had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Race me? Okay. Not actually racing me, right? Was I allowed over here before? Come on.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
There's some over here. How do you get, like... Oh, Dorgle. How do you get, how do you, like, separate sand from other sand? I'm not gonna question it too hard, but okay. So we're out of the range. There's a Gilbud there though. So is there more? Do I have to go across the river? I'm not allowed. Oh, it's not all necessarily on the river. Collect Stardust. It's way up here. Fuck me, I guess. Ugh. My poor snoofer. Oh.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Gav definitely beat me. If he's fucking sitting there, or if he's dead, I'm gonna be very upset. Oh, wow.
You finished? How much did you get?
5 things worth?
Enough. I hope.
Legend has it that a star once fell from the heavens and punctured a hole in the Dalmekian desert, whence sprang forth the fountainhead.
Oh, you win.
I do?
That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Sure. Chat? I love chatting.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
Oh, is this the date?
Doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time.
Hey,
Working out what
Nick.
to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
Glad to
And
see
there
ya.
still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to.
Oh.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm at about 90%.
Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day.
Oh.
We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Woof. I haven't petted the dog enough yet.
After it.
Oh, we got a treat. What good doggus. Okay, so we gotta go back to Blackthorn. Buppo.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
We got anything new here? No. Okay. Ah, my snoof. Otto, you look like shit.
In Blackthorn Arseful. How'd it go over in Dallimel?
We had a mandate.
Blackthorn. Got everything you need.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often.
Oh.
Or beat sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Clive loves to do
I'll
that.
let mid-no construction's underway.
That was in a previous episode where he was just like standing by Vivian. She's like, I gotta work this out. He's just like standing looking over her shoulder. Like not like right now.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Get take some
If you
time.
need anything.
Oh, my bros. They're like the King of the Hill gang. Anything? Oh, new side quests. No, not new side quests. It's new rewards. Delicious rewards for all my side quest time that I've been doing.
Troops amassing at every border.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Is that Desiree?
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Bearer's plight. Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals cursed, but if we are to survive the upcoming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us.
Here you are.
Cool. Cleric's Medallion, and then more donations starting at $8.50, which is a ways away.
Come again. I may have more for you.
I'd love to come again. Hey, there's Jill. Jill, you haven't been active in a while.
Have you back? I was worried.
So yeah, I don't know how much more of this I have. Whoa. Hey, it's that fucking shit kid.
What do I have to eat to grow as tall as you, Mr. Stelts?
Kid loves birds. You're shit talking that chocobo.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Chocobo bit that guy. Oh.
It hasn't been.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Hey, Mid.
Soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
We made her desk out of it.
Sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
How convenient.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name?
What's her name? Right.
Fucking rude. Helena.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
It is. What's her name?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then.
Okay.
Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat.
Burn it?
Heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect,
Science,
the rate
science,
of
science.
excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating.
Fantasy
In other words,
science.
the reactor would overheat and eventually explode.
Blah,
This is
blah,
where
blah,
the helm
blah.
comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy.
It's a heat
Our
sink.
Experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
Okay.
I understand.
I get it.
Said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing.
Oh, I was just there.
The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there.
Okay.
It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
All right.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Yeah.
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid.
Clive knows
I'll
what's
gather
up.
my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Don't get too close. I don't want to be cleaning up corpses. Letting off steam, 2. It should be TOO. Okay. Still nothing new. Look, I've always got to keep checking. Because you know how much I love my side quests and my hump board. Let's go to the Lost Wing.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh, right. We're going to war. Lost Wing going to war.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Oh, sorry, guys. I advanced your plot line. Oh my god. It's like so intense. Is this the right way? Yeah. I got my Garudi on, right? Yeah. Run, Clive. It's a big ass snake. Spoders. Oh, I can just mash through these. Get out of here, Spoders. I'm fucking Clive Rossfield.
Get him. This one. You're finished.
I love that you can blind grab him with the snatch. Best destination nearby. Crush. Okay. So, is this my team? Something moved in here. Are the... oh. Okay. Like a little further up. You guys have dialogue? No, I guess not. Okay. Is it... what do I need to do here? Make for Lawbert's Pass. I'm here. I'm here. I'm as here as I'm gonna get. This is the edge of the zone. Okay. Were you always there?
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming.
Were you there the whole time?
Ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Of course you mind, or of course you don't mind? I'll go kill it. How about that? What is it? Oh, there's a chest there.
Anybody home?
Knock knock. Ooh. Oh, it's an Ahriman.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
You literally... I already fought one of you. Whoop! Whoop! Get out of the air, bitch ass! How'd you like this? Oh, you don't like it. Tornado! It was ghosts! Big ones! And a tornado! Judgment Bolt! Nailed it. Woof woof. It was not that hard. You see that shit?
For you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
I like you, Helena.
I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Quest complete. Renown go up. The Eye of the Warrior increases strength tonic duration by 10 seconds. Clive, go over here and get this chest that was in this cutscene. Come on. I mean, you're right. Sure. Let's go back. No new side quests or anything. So yeah, what's up with the Deadlands? I'm genuinely curious as to what kind of phenomenon that is. Because, like, destroying the crystals hasn't stopped it.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
It hasn't paused it or reversed it. So I'm curious as to what will happen.
I think Mid might need some help.
Mid, is it true? Is your workshop a fucking sty?
Don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Who's Helena?
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
A booger?
So,
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside.
Okay.
I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Can you take this to him?
Right away.
Sure. Thermal shielding designs. This is, this feels a little bit Final Fantasy XIV filler quest, if I'm being honest. I mean, I guess it can't be action, action, action at all times, constantly, but I feel like they could have tightened this up a little bit. What are you standing here for? Staring. Stare. Stare. What's the... Lady. She's an immovable object. So let me have a moment with Gav before they fucking kill him off. 'Cause that's how these things happen. Hope that they don't kill Gav.
Do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time.
For Mid? Never. A baffling diagram made all the more confounding by the preponderance of question marks that blemish its borders. Preponderance.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
I don't.
Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames.
Oh my god.
Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer.
I appreciate it.
If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Ugh. Oh, Jill and Tarja.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
This is so weird.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it.
Like-
A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Pick an NPC.
So, Clive.
And do fetch quests?
Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
I'm gonna take Jill with.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing
Like, why would I not choose Jill?
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Okay.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
Oh, are the hookers gonna be like, oh man, Clive, we want your dick so bad, and then Jill's gonna be like, do they?
You too, Talia.
Do the hookers want your dick so bad, Clive? Why do they want your dick so bad? And then Clive's gonna get all embarrassed because the hookers want his dick so bad. Did I say that enough? I might still be a little bit out of it. I find this, like, I guess the letting off steam is supposed to be like...
Jill.
But she didn't come with me? Letting off steam is supposed to be, like, analogous with...
Anything you like?
Raging Fists. Taria would be like, Clive, it's a miracle that with all the horrors that you have sex with, that you don't have every venereal disease known to man like Sid did. And Clive's gonna be like, I don't have sex with hookers.
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
Jill, you're bad at this.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Chocobo eggs.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bush. Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Yeah, I guess, like, letting off steam is supposed to be, like, analogous with, like, some downtime so that the game's not action, but...
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
10 kill.
I hope it's to your liking.
Let me get some strength tonics, too.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
Good day.
Or just Pepio nuts. Or Pepio nuts.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
The edible fruit of the Pepio plant is prized by chocobo breeders, although the superstition that it lends a stud bird additional stamina seems largely founded on its blushing, swollen form. Than any quantifiable results.
Go on, take it.
Great.
Thanks for nothing.
That's everything.
Wow.
Let's see how Jill's getting on.
What a piece of shit. Thanks for nothing. Jill, did you get your eggs? There's a lot of bread there.
Did you find everything?
Yeah.
I did. Here.
Eat this. Yeah. Alimentary alliums are a hallmark of classical Cyberquack cuisine. So much so that it is a tradition for the Emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in the White Worm Castle kitchens, the so-called Garlic Knight among them. That's a 14 reference. The Mandragoras, the Garlic Knight.
And Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Sure, I'll go on a date with you, Jill. That's why I picked you. Torgal's gonna be eating that shit.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Whopper. He says I'm much better behaved now.
Yourself over here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread.
I can see that.
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you.
Good delivery. Good acting.
Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No! It's super cute.
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
No.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Oh, are they gonna smooch? No. They're gonna get all logy on, like, loaves and loaves of bread. Oh, shouldn't have eaten all that ham.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
Oh, I had a nice Jill date. We had a bunch of bread and ham. Fuck yeah. Torgal's like, I didn't get any ham. Do you think that we gave Torgal some of the ham? I hope we did.
How would I be without you?
It's right there. Yeah, that's good. What a good dog. Yeah, like, why would I have chosen Taria when I could have had that nice touching scene? Why would I have chosen Otto? Otto and Gav maybe a little bit? Because Otto is also...
Hippocrates is getting on with the Moondew.
Otto is also definitely, like, a major player, but, like... Like, if I'm gonna go on a date, I'm not gonna go out with Taria.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the Moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
Is that an FF10 thing?
Count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Okay.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Cool.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
And the ham was just an added bonus. We'll always have the
our
ham.
work here is almost at an end.
Yeah, it is.
A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other.
I want ham.
Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Yeah, I'll go tell her.
Thank you, Hippocrates.
We get him a new hat. It's not made out of rags. They sure are giving me a lot of ability points here.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
They're juicing me up.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Man.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Chocobo. Yeah, I guess I'm still a little loopy.
Mid hasn't been.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures.
From the sickness that I was down with. Etc. Hey, Mid.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
Mm-hmm.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Yeah.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Mid, we gotta go see your dad's grave. You can't avoid it forever.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Tee-hee-hee-hee. Whack, 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 whack. Okay, sometime later. Is that it? Looks like a fucking pile of shit.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Okay.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Do you?
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Hmm.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. When work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
I'm off to to slug down some painkillers and get fucking wasted.
Told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
I guess I can see that everyone's like, fuck. Hey, Helena.
The Enterprise will have 4 mithril engines, each needing its own displacement stack. So just 3 more like this, and we'll be finished.
Yeah, it's what they said.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate.
Welcome.
I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
All right.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm feeling quite a bit better. There's a side quest over there. Spell it. Side quest. Mid's dungeon. And also at the reading table. Let's go look at Clive's reading table.
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
Ooh, off the record. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might go across something that might need your attention, maybe. And by that I mean immediately. It's your god summons. There's like 3 quests here.
Ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Oh no, is Otto embezzling shit? Oh, we've got tons of side quests now. They're all coming home to roost. Faster, Clive.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
God.
Clive, did you get my letter?
Yes.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders.
Okay.
And it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square.
Okay.
Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out.
Oh no!
It's gonna take some time, and I'm
How much, Gil?
keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan.
Look at Desiree.
Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well...
we have those 20...
made some sort of oversight.
From...
Those ledgers
from my
were
uncle.
responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
Materia?
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
Hopefully your own.
Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No. I don't.
So, if you want the real reason why we can't go loot Koopa's castle is because it was built around the fucking, super crystal, and it's, like, completely destroyed. Which probably should have gotten some of that stuff out of there before it was destroyed, but, I mean, we could probably go pick through the rubble. Hey, Martha, I got some shit for you.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Sid for a rainy day. Otto now deems that day to have arrived and wishes to use the rubies to pay off 3 outstanding debts to Lady Karen, Martha of Martha's Rest, and Isabel of the Vale. Here, eat this. Except don't.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, innit? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that.
Love you,
days I
Martha.
think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone.
Yeah.
And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I'm sorry, what was that last one?
I suppose I do.
I wanted Clive to be like, you really think I'm handsome? Oh, okay, so now we gotta go to Northreach.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has...
Glassgate flood? We gotta go down to Patoot Town.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want...
Oh yeah, the gay guard, and the gay Patoot.
It's late with our pay. It's all right. I'll be waiting.
There's
Ooh, that Sweetwater in Olive Town.
there's gay representation in this video game.
Lady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Queen prostitute. Here, eat this.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you, to settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil, and to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me.
Thought I might get that dick.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy.
Oh.
And blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done. But it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
Was his son a bearer?
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
He wasn't murdered. Let's see if Goat hasn't been murdered yet. Oh.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with him?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Let me see what I can do.
Wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
The red ruby was the size of a raccoon's brain. She just threw it back in my face. Karen. Oh, the doggo!
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
I mean, technically.
Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Sure. Fair.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. I don't even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Man, I want to go back to Karen and it's like in her dead eye socket.
You ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away. I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used.
Oh.
Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day.
Called it.
And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Wow. Kenneth.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Oh.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Oh. Oh. Sid's goblet. According to Otto, Sid never once washed his goblet despite using it every day for both wine and small beer. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host. Displayed in Clive's chamber.